Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeff O'Connor. My co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Jett Reno gets around.
Yes.
That's my takeaway.
As usual, she's probably the best part of a given episode.
You know, it's the side characters, the characters that we've added, that are the best part of this show. Mm-hmm. Reno, Book, First Officer, Rayner.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them. Way to give me some great backstory and, development of Rayner, too. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing this previous seasons for other characters. Also, we're back at Starfleet.
Yeah.
Where's our regular bridge crew?
Yes. Isn't this where?
Detmer and I'm not going to say it. Yeah. That's where they should be.
I don't know who they pissed off. Maybe we'll find out about it after this season.
Special offer, courier services, limited time only. Special offer, courier services, limited time only.
Anon. Brought her back.
Yeah, we brought her back to be very bad at security.
Yeah, you know what? At first I was just like, oh, like, really smart, Non. You're not going to let Book in there because he's emotionally compromised every single season. And, this is finally a smart security decision. And then later.
The worst security decisions. By everyone. And we got like Were those Section 31 security officers?
No, those were just security from her ship.
Just wearing all black?
Wearing all black,
Okay.
Different uniform.
All right.
Discovery wears what they want.
I guess so.
They always have.
Mm-hmm.
Like your uniform's a bit outdated. We're 800 years in the future. All right, we'll go with this style. That's still not our style. Whatever.
Admiral Vance asked me to bring a team aboard Discovery to assist with security as you transfer to the Fed HQ. All right.
Glad to have you with us, Commander.
Good to be back. Moll had this stashed on her when we pulled her out.
Dr. Velik's diary.
They got Moll and L'ak, and they're fixing up L'ak, and they're just like, yeah, you're really fucked up, but we got you stable once we got that little suit on him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he needs to go gooey face to heal.
Yeah, maybe.
What's the problem here?
I already told him I want to talk to Captain Burnham.
Lower the field. That's an entire day's dose. You did this to yourself?
Moll and L'ak are just like, hey, let's whisper pretty loudly in front of these guys and tell them our plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then he stupidly hits the serum that he's been taking, and he overdosed, and that kills him.
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Fast forward, that kills him.
I don't think he's actually dead.
No, I think when they explained that she could use the thing to bring him back from the dead, that's when I was sold on him being actual dead. Because
so? Okay.
How do you fake it in front of the Breen doctor?
Yeah. Maybe.
I was like, oh, this could be a clever little fake out thing, because I've been saying just kill them. But yeah, no, bringing him back to life.
There's so many steps that they just did not need to be involved in.
No, there was way too much walk around.
We're stretching this so far to have Moll and L'ak be involved in the whole season.
They should be concentrating on finding the next key, but it was nope. Let's go. They want you to come to find Moll and L'ak, and I was like, why would they go back there? Because their whole point was to keep them far away so that they could go get the progenitors' technology.
Yeah, they wanted Discovery initially to spore jump somewhere else, so I guess they could delay.
I guess
the
Cronenberg isn't in this episode, and his mission is to progenitors, and the Admiral's mission is not.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, hey, he's not here today, so let's change it up.
He's off doing whatever he does.
He'll come back next one and tell us that it's his priority like he did the last one. Why doesn't he just beam Moll and L'ak to the White Room? Good luck finding them there. Breen Dreadnought shows up to Federation headquarters. It's big.
It is real big.
It's ridiculous compared to the size of every other ship. And then when you look at the size of that, I'm going to draw a blank here, green people.
The Breen?
No, green people.
The Breen? The Orions.
Orions, yeah, son of a bitch. They had a giant ship that was ridiculously big. So I guess enemies just have bigger ships and better technology, but always lose.
Yeah. No, having a bigger ship doesn't necessarily make it a better ship.
No, but it did pretty good in Dominion War.
Mm-hmm.
Tahal clear-cut our forests, poisoned our seas, blackened our skies. I don't even know how many died. Collateral damage in whatever war she was fighting.
We got Rayner's past, and the planet being taken over by Breen, and this Breen named Tal, and she liked him because he fought really hard, and I think because she had him as a concubine. He left that part out, but I could see it in his eyes.
Okay.
It's just like Burnham pulls him aside because he's having outbursts of like, hey, like we should do the smart thing and like defend and make it look like we're more powerful so that they don't strike. And they're like, no, bad suggestions. We don't want to antagonize these people that are going to come here and threaten us. And then she pulls him outside and she's just like, you went off in there. Like, what's going on? You know something. And be like, when doesn't he go off? You're just a bunch of incompetent people standing around. He's telling you what to do.
He probably should have said things earlier, though. He actually does have Breen experience.
I would like for them to give him his moment where it's just like, I know you're getting little bits of his moment, but I just want like a full-on be like, he was right. And here he is kicking ass.
I know Tahal well. I know she named her flagship the Tau Ceti after a lethal viper with a slow-acting venom. Her favorite way of killing her enemies when she wants to watch them die by degree.
He's the more interesting character. I liked his interactions with Stamets in the Time Bug episode. Just other characters, he's more command presence that I like in my Star Trek.
Yeah, and I said for last episode, but I really did like how he is, also doesn't give a shit about your feelings when he's praising you. Just like, don't care if you're feeling nervous, you're fucking qualified, do the science. Just like, yeah.
I'm so insecure, I feel so bad, I screwed up, it doesn't matter. Thank you, I feel so relieved, it also doesn't matter.
None of these things are accomplishing the mission.
There was a login 30 seconds ago.
Where?
Terminal C7 on deck 5.
I need to go.
No, Non's after her.
No,
We have to solve this. Look, the mission has to be the priority.
Look, as per usual, like, he hasn't done it yet, but, like, you know it's coming. You know he's gonna find a way to be the security problem that he usually is, because he's like, oh, Burnham, you're wrong for, like, giving Moll away or whatever, and he's not entirely wrong.
Yeah. And I don't know. There were so many failures at so many points here with the whole how they handled Moll and L'ak that I just basically every choice that was made was just dumb. When she's escaping, it should be just trivial to stick a force field around sick bay. And she was in the room for a while. Zora could have done it. Why doesn't Zora do things?
Yeah. No, she's a sentient AI. She's limited to what she can do so she doesn't take over the world.
I guess so. Like, that might be it. Maybe Starfleet got in there and ripped a lot of her brain out.
I'm pretty sure she's still responsible for transport, so, I mean, you piss her off. I always expect Book to be, like, emotionally compromised. Like, Moll's, like, almost like a daughter to him, so her sister and...
Apparently.
Yeah.
He's just sort of latched onto this.
Well, you knew it was going to happen once he's like, I know her.
Yeah.
That's the daughter of my mentor. So, yeah, Burnham's just like, I trust him to, like, nod earlier. So I was like, really? Like, you're going to say that? Because, like, he's probably designed here. This entire season's kind of designed here to screw you on that. But, I mean, I can't give props to Nog after her bundling.
Yeah, so I don't know why they bothered bringing her back on. just to show her fucking up.
Yeah, well, she was
could have had anyone do that.
She left Starfleet to be on the generational ship because that was her important mission, and then I guess she's just back.
I guess so.
Yeah, generational ship don't need me anymore.
Drop your weapon!
So we give Moll and L'ak this big emotional scene when Locke's dying. And man, I don't really care about these characters, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point. You're supposed to care about characters when bad things happen to them so that you're emotionally invested, but we are not.
No, I'm not that interested. They've just been Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Like, we've shown them making out in a shuttle bay and being obnoxious.
We don't have anything in common, but that's why I love him.
Yeah.
Well, I think you do have things in common, and that's what you spend your time doing. What do you want to do today? Nothing! We have nothing in common! I love you.
You're always doing piracy. I never want to do piracy.
It's like first episode. He's like, oh, why are we doing this? We could have sex. We could have sex later. You're right. Compromise.
If you want to help us, let us out of here. Take our chances on our own.
With him in his condition, you would have no chance.
Some things are worse than death.
What's worse than death?
This conversation, for starters.
What else happened, Chris?
We got Saru's girlfriend.
Yeah. She
Not
was
Saru.
de facto president today.
Mm-hmm.
No, Captain Saru.
Yeah.
I'm like surprised you call him that. Felt like he got retired from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ambassador Saru now, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she tried to do negotiations. She wasn't completely terrible at it.
Falcons can be good at that sometimes.
But
they're good at saying no. They're just like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
She tried to like.
What are you gonna do? Argue with the Vulcan?
There's like a triple like directive thing that she tried to use.
Well, she said what they did was better than trying to claim there was a triple infestation.
We would prefer to avoid conflict. Therefore, we will offer you one final chance to consider our request.
You offer me? It is an insult.
3 options. One of them was siding with the enemy Tal, which did they contact her?
No.
Didn't think so. Felt like a bluff.
Yeah,
and
it was
like,
definitely a bluff.
You know, progenitor believes because Rayner said some facts about her. Well, all right, I believe you. And it's like the progenitor's in the sick bay, and it's just like, my nephew's dead, and she's just like, oh, he didn't want this, and he doesn't like you. It's like, I don't believe you. And this is like, I could give you a weapon. Okay, I believe that.
I believe that for some reason.
For some reason. Everything else you say are lies.
Yeah,
And
also-
you're human, I will kill you one day, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was also like that's the least believable thing that was said. She's just like, no, I can give you access to unlimited power. Like, yeah, okay, oh, all right, yeah. Why would you believe that? That's so desperate.
I feel like things are just written as plot devices to get things moving, and that is it.
This episode, I think this season would have been a lot more interesting without Moll and L'ak. Like, they're just there. I feel like they're just very artificial stakes heightening thing. And this season would have been fine if it was just a big Easter egg hunt.
Is it every season?
Yeah.
Who's the red angel? Why is the lithium gone?
I honestly feel like their characters are completely superfluous.
Your words are not proof.
You think a war to avenge him will unite the Breen behind you?
If I cannot use the Scion in life, I will use him in death.
I go where Locke goes.
Final thought, me.
You know what? The last 3 episodes have been fine. Like, taken as they are, this is not the worst. But I need better from Discovery if I'm gonna, change my opinions on it.
Not to derail, but what is the worst?
What is the worst? I'll
argue Sub Rosa.
The turbo lifts. The turbo lifts was the worst. What was the ending of season 3? Was that the first?
That's when
the first season we were in the future. Yeah, I think that was the worst.
Well, I think. Season 2 was the battle against Control, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So then they went into.
And it was visually stupid.
Well, it did tell you that Burnham was the most important thing again. All right, so better than that.
Better than that.
Okay.
Yeah. That was when we were doing the whole Tilia's first officer thing as well.
I smuggled. Had a lot of odd jobs before I committed to Starfleet. VIP shuttle pilot, deep mercury welder, bartender at a cozy little dive on Echelon 4.
Got some good Reno quotes out of this.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah.
Maureen, always happy when she's around. 7 of limes. Hell yes.
You laughed at that one.
Yeah.
I know a friend that would love that drink because they're obsessed with lime and citrus. But, yeah. No, she's smuggler, bartender. Yeah. More character development for our 3 side characters.
Yeah.
So, I like that Tilly was gonna go back and stay at the academy.
They're really selling this academy shit.
She's got a gun. She's just like, I'm gonna go defend my people. Like, why are you even carrying it? It just goes up your sleeve.
Gotta arm the teachers.
I got. Don't get political on me, Chris. She's like, I gotta defend my... Wouldn't a security person be more qualified than you? Aren't you still technically like an ensign? Or just get like lightly promoted to lieutenant?
She's a lieutenant. I don't know. Yeah. And it really doesn't matter.
It
never matters.
Because all I see is ensigns trying to solve all the biggest problems, and I'm just like,
yeah. I also like how Starfleet has like 2, maybe 3 people working on this progenitor problem.
Yeah.
That's good.
And they're all ensigns. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.